All right, guys, today's lesson is going to be on comparing numbers. Our notes are relatively short on this, but we will be working from the textbook pages 20 through 24. So go ahead, we got a new day. Today is the 24th. We are talking about comparing numbers. We're going to put that in our notes. Now, this is hopefully something most of us are familiar with, but let's just do a quick review here of the symbols used in comparing. So we have our greater than symbol. And I'll show all of these in just a moment. We have our less than symbol. And we have our equal to symbol. All right, so those, feel free to pause to get these written down, but this is what you've probably seen before: greater than, less than, or equal to. And most people, even when I was growing up, this was taught this way, is that usually when you're comparing two numbers and they're not equal, you want to have, to determine whether it's the greater than or less than sign, you want the open portion facing towards the larger number, right? Like it's an alligator, I've heard, like a shark, right? Trying to eat the bigger number. It's hungrier there. So that's kind of what we're going for with this. We're just going to write one rule down, and I'm going to take this almost directly from the book as to how to accurately compare two numbers. Sometimes it's relatively obvious. If you have a number that's in the tens and a number that's in the thousands, you're like, duh, right? I figured that out. The thousands are clearly larger, right? Or the tens are clearly smaller, right? They're less than. All right. But if you have somewhere where they have the same number of digits and a lot of digits are the same, it's easy to get lost in between there. So I think the best way to compare them, and I'm going to write these steps down, is what you want to do is stack the numbers, right? One on top of the other. So we're going to put stack the numbers. Lining them up by place value. That's important, or it won't be an accurate comparison. Okay, then what you want to do is, the book says start from left to right. I like to say the largest place value, but either works. So start at the largest place value and move to the right until there is a difference. So let me hold this up, and then I want to show you one or two examples from the book. Okay, so there we go. Stack the numbers, lining them up by place value. Start at the largest place value and move to the right until there's a difference. Okay. So let me show you two examples. Here's the first one. We got two numbers. It asks, which number is less, 3,506,017 or 5,306,007? All right. And so as you can see with these place value charts, they have stacked up these numbers here. And just starting in the millions place, one is 3, one is 5. 5 is bigger than 3. So then they can compare them, and they've shown that 3,506,017 is less than 5,306,007 because 3 million is less than 5 million. But then over here, they have to go further down. Both of these numbers have 712,000, but one is 935 and one is 846. So the first place value where there's a difference is in the hundreds place. Okay, and so they started at 100,000s, those are the same. 10,000s, those are the same. Thousands, those were the same. So they got to hundreds, they saw that the 9 was bigger than the 8, and so that number is greater than. Okay, so what we're going to do next, and again, this part does not need to be in your notes, but we're going to be turning to some of the guided practice so you can see this in action. And we actually just already did number 1 together in the example I just showed you. So I'm going to continue with that with number 2. What is greater? So they give us two numbers, 4,730,589 And let's go ahead and stack the next one, 500,703,985. So they have a lot of the same digits, just in a different order. So let's go ahead and look at it. We're going to start with the millions place. Those two digits are the same, so we got to keep going. 100,000s, those are the same. 10,000s, our top number has a 3, our bottom number has a 0. So our answer is greater than, right? 4,730,589 is greater than 4,703,985. Okay, they give us a couple other greater thans. We have, let me go ahead and write them. So we have numbers 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now they haven't stacked them, they put them next to each other, but what's nice is with a lot of these, you can probably do these mentally. And we have 435,990. Okay, and then let's see, we have 100,499,900, and then 5,245,721, and 524,572, and then 3,143,820, and 4,134,820. I'm talking a lot of the numbers. I'll show you them. So here are each of our comparison problems, and feel free to pause if you want to try these on your own first, right? Looking at the first one, just starting in the 100,000s place, we have 300,000 and 400,000. We can already see a difference. 4 is bigger than 3, so we want it open towards the 4, all right? Or the way we would read that number sentence is 345,932 is less than 435,990. Looking at our next one, this is where it's important to stack them if you can't quite see it automatically. This one starts with a 1. This one starts with a 9. If you just went on which one starts with a bigger digit, then you would say this is the bigger number. But this one has more digits, right? This goes into the 100,000s. This does not, right? And so the one with more digits is going to be larger. Now be careful with that. Don't think of that as a rule necessarily. At least it works for whole numbers. But when we get into comparing decimals, that's not necessarily going to apply. Okay, our next one, I like to do this on my assessments too. They tricked us a little bit because they have the same digits almost all the way through, except this one has a 1 at the end. This one does not, right? This one is up to the millions place. This one is up to the 100,000s place. So the one in the millions is going to be greater than, right? They didn't quite fit together, but greater than. You want to open towards that big one. And our last one got a little bit erased. Our last one, looking at it, they have similar digits, and we lost one on the downside of a driver erase board. They have a lot of the same digits, but let's just start in that first place value, right? All the way on the left-hand side, we have 3 million and 4 million. So 4 million is going to be bigger, so less than. All right. Next, we got 2 more practice problems to go. All right, these last 2 ask us to order from least to greatest. All right, so let me go ahead and show you those problems real quick. Again, feel free. So we're doing numbers 7 and 8 at the top of the page. Feel free to pause this and try it on your own first if you want some extra practice. Now, what's handy about this first one is that they're all different numbers of digits. The first number has 6 digits, the second number has 5 digits, the third number has 7 digits. So if we're going from least to greatest, even though the digits look the same, they all start with 3, then 2, then 4, then 6, then 8, right? You just start with the one that has the fewest number of digits. So we'll go 32,468, then 324,688, then 3,246,880. Okay, and then on the next one, on number 8, they all have the same number of digits. That makes it a little bit more difficult. They all start with 1 million, and then they all then 2 of them continue on with 600,000. So what that tells us is there's a 600,000, a 600,000, and then one that has a 0 in the 100,000s place. So that one's going to be the smallest one because 0 is less than 6, right? So 1,064,645. All right, we've got our first number. Now we need to compare the other 2. We have 1,600,000 and 1,604,000. So 604 is bigger than 600. So if we're putting in from least to greatest, we want to do the 1,600,456, and then the 1,604,654. Okay, and there our numbers are from least to greatest. Again, you don't need the guided practice in your notes. It's just some extra time. If we had been actually in class interacting, we would have practiced those problems together. All right. Anyways, from there, that should be it for today. Might be some additional practice after I know for the other teachers using this resource. I've assigned the Let's Practice page 23 and 24, the odd numbers. For my own personal students, my homeroom, I'll be including practice problems within the JunoPod itself. All right, there we go. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out.